hello, and welcome to the Life. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This weather in Florida, I can't do it. But it's okay. They say I shouldn't complain because it is Florida, and other places they have snow and ice. So I guess, hey, I still don't like the cold, but hey, we'll deal with it. So anyway, we have a great show again for you all. And thank you so much for joining us once again. And we'll be on again next week. I know we normally have the show every other week, but we're going to have a special show next week. So make sure you tune in next week for our Life Live. So we can go ahead and get started on this fabulous show because we have a lot of things to announce. We have a lot of things to go over. So let me, what's that gentleman's name? Oh, Gerald. Let me introduce my hostess with the mostest, Mr. Gerald Anderson.
Okay, that's the second show you have done that.
Hi, Gerald.
Hey, what's going on?
My buddy Gerald. I love Gerald. Everybody loves Gerald.
Yeah, they should. He's a good guy.
See, this is why I don't like to give you compliments. Just say yes. Let's just say okay,
Yeah, hey, I toned it down a bit. I started to say he's a great guy.
Oh, so you put it down a lot. You just thought you would stay a little humble, huh?
Yeah, I just thought I'd say a little humble,
So you have a visitor that came to join you for 3 weeks.
All right, yeah, I sure did. My son.
Yeah. So
back in college.
So how is the whole college visit going? How is that going?
Well, as long as you bring it back A's and B's, I'm a happy man.
And did you cry? You gonna tell everyone you cried when he
no.
came? You see, you're gonna cry one day when he come and visit and you hadn't seen him. You're gonna cry. You're gonna shed a tear because you be missing your buddy.
I do miss him when he's gone, but tears. Come on now, men don't cry. How many times? That's the third time on the show I think I said that.
Oh my goodness, we need to have a show about that. Men don't cry. Men do cry.
Yeah.
So Gerald, so you want to give everyone kind of like a tidbit of what we have coming up?
Yeah, we have. Well, first of all, I want to say, this is the very first show that we are simulcast. So if you can't watch the show on YouTube or video or Facebook, you can listen to it on our radio station. So jump on the Lyfe radio and you can listen to it in your car while you're driving home. So the first episode that's actually simulcast on video and audio. Yeah.
Yes. And that's exciting. Yay.
Yay us.
Yay us. So we needed Buff, but Buff isn't here with us.
Yeah, but unfortunately Buff has an emergency that she has to take care of, so she's not here tonight.
So you want to do the Life Person of the Year? Do you want to do that now or?
Lord have mercy.
Did I let the bag out? Did I let the?
Yes, you did.
See, my excitement gets to me sometimes,
Well,
what happened was.
So in all the years that we've had the Life magazine, which is what, 6? 7. It'd be 7 next in January.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had a Person of the Year. So this year we decided to not nominate, but announce that who the Life magazine Person of the Year is. And she's a very, very supportive person, sweet, humble, kind. You just can't meet a better person than her. And she's ever since we've met, she's always been on the Life magazine side. So we just couldn't help but nominate Miss Glennis Albright as the Life magazine Person of the Year. And we have her on stage with us.
Oh, wait, you're gonna make me cry. Oh my God.
Yes.
She did not know that this was happening tonight. So
you so deserve it. You so deserve it.
Oh my goodness.
She's
Oh,
been
you guys,
wondering
thank
why
you
we
so
asked her to
much.
join us.
I know.
Yes.
I am speechless, and I'm never speechless. Oh my goodness.
Yes, you so deserve it. And like like I was saying earlier, we so appreciate you. And just, I mean, I know you love Gerald more than me, but that's gonna change. I mean, just be patient. It's gonna change. But but no, we really appreciate you so much because you've helped us in many ways. And I mean, if this was a way for us to say thank you and give you your flowers, we're giving you your flowers and saying thank you, and we appreciate you.
I am speechless. I'm honored. I'm humbled by this. Thank you so much. When you are recognized by your own, it feels totally different. This is absolutely wonderful.
Amen to that.
So thank you so much.
Well, thank
I
you.
didn't even expect this. I was wondering, like, why does he want me to come on? But I thought you want me to say something about, being the waffle queen or something like that. Wow.
No,
And
I
this
told
goes,
you it was something we were doing for you this time. So I did give out.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so
and
much.
this goes to show we really didn't tell you what you were coming on for, but you still was like, okay, I'm there, and you was prepared to kind of, say whatever and do whatever. But that's
Well,
why
for
you deserve
Gerald,
it.
for Gerald.
Well, we're not going to talk about that part. We're not going to talk about that part. But yes, you so deserve it.
Thank you. Oh gosh. Okay, you guys got me. You got me.
Yeah.
Good. Got you good.
Yeah, we appreciate you so much. So there's no person that we could feel that we wanted to nominate for this award than you, because of all the stuff you have done over the past, I guess, 2+ years that we've known you. So we appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, and I do it again and again too. So
I love it. Love to see that pretty
Gerald, I need some more of the Waffle Queen coloring books.
All right. We'll talk.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
you guys, thank
That
you.
is so awesome.
Wow.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, is he there?
Now I can go and have dinner, right?
Oh.
He's down in the studio, but I almost yelled to see if he was there. But he's recording, and I was, if I start screaming, my voice would end up on the recording, so I don't want to mess up.
Right.
But I'm gonna run out here and tell him what you guys did.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. I really, really do.
Okay.
And Gerald, do you want to explain to her like where she would see it? Like, where is this going to be posted?
It's
And
like posted on all our social media.
I know, but you got to see it. I mean, like,
wow.
It's gonna be all up. Yeah, we're going to have it on the social media platform, of course, and we're going to announce it on the station as well. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I am special. Okay.
You are specials. You are specials. You are important.
Thank you. Oh, somebody said congratulations. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you, Nikki. I saw a name Nikki come up.
Yeah, Nikki. Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Awesome. So now you can go and have dinner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and have dinner now.
All righty,
guys.
All righty.
Honored. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right.
She was definitely surprised.
Yeah, that's right. Even with your little comments, she didn't get it.
I know. I know. I was like,
blowing it.
I was like, oops. And I was so excited. I just love her. She's just such a beautiful woman.
All the listeners out there, do not tell Tina a secret, okay?
Not if it's to, appreciate or show appreciation to someone. I'm going to tell, because it's so rare that you get to do that. And I love just celebrating people, and I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So awesome sauce.
All right.
Okay, so what we got coming up next? Because I done lost track of what.
Well, our first guest is a friend of mine that I met in 2015, and she was one of the people I met during the Standing Firm tour. So I met a whole bunch of people through that.
Yes.
Yeah. But she's been awesome ever since the day we've met. She performed at the Standing Firm book launch, and she's been a friend ever since. Every time I ask her, can you do this for me? Never a no. It's always yes, she's gonna do it, and she does it. So
Awesome.
I know she's having some technical issues, so let's all pray that she can get on and come give us some spoken word. She's a spoken word artist, by the way. So let's talk about
that.
Let's talk to Yolanda Lee of Be Unbreakable.
Hi, Yolanda.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I hear you, darling.
How you all doing? I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a MS relapse, so I'm in a lot of pain. So that's what.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine, but I had to be there for Gerald. Okay.
I
did. Yes.
I tried to talk her out of it. I tried to talk her out of it, but
I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be supporting. So this is what you see, guys. I try to get up and do my best for you all, but when I'm in the relapses, they kick my butt. But that's that unbreakable spirit that keeps me going.
Yes. And we definitely will keep you in our prayers. And thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
That. So yeah, I know he asked me. I when I started Unbreakable, I started in 2012. I told a couple of friends about it, and they was like, "Yolanda, let's do it." And Unbreakable has always been about motivating and encouraging people spiritually, uplifting them spiritually through spoken word. And I've been throwing shows throughout the years. I've just been doing it. I mean, the MS came on me 3 years ago when I found out I had MS, and I'm just pushing through, guys. Yes, I'm pushing through, and I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I keep moving. But I do have to face the reality. I can't be the same Yolanda that I used to be running all over the place, up and down the streets, because you couldn't stop me. I was gone. So I'm still doing it. I'm still doing what I need to do. I'm trying to throw an Unbreakable event next year in March and donate the proceeds to MS. So that's what my journey is now, is uplifting and trying to help us with MS push through and encourage them. So my spoken word most definitely be coming from different levels with that. I'm just trying to find my way with that. So I've been off the scene a little bit because I've been trying to do that. That's my life now, and that's what I'm dealing with now. But I'm here, and I'm always here, and I'm here for anybody. And honestly, this is the most I've talked about my MS. Most people don't know. But a lot now, who's watching, people know now, because my strength, I try to push through where you can't see it, but it's just this relapse is kicking my butt, and you can see it, the pain in me, as much as I've tried to hide it, you can see it this time. So I'm here. I had to be here for all those unbreakable spirits out there, all the people that followed me over the years, that supported me over the years. It's been beautiful. I get the inboxes left and right from like other countries. That's like, you have gotten me through so much, and you don't realize what you do for people until they say so. So I can't stop. I don't care how I feel. I have to say something to encourage another soul. So yes, so that's where I'm at.
Well, Yolanda, I must say, if no one sees this as a fight, this is what fight looks like, and this is what strength looks like, because what I'm seeing from you right now, Yolanda, is strength and fight and determination, and still have that desire in you to help people. That is so rare, because many people get in situations and they focus it all on them. And here it is, you're focusing on others as well as trying to take care of yourself. I commend you, Yolanda.
Thank you.
And you are standing firm, Yolanda. You are,
Don't make me cry, because I want to do a poem for you. Don't do this to me now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop, but girl.
I'm listening.
You are fighting, and it's this is what makes me even more I don't want to say insensitive, but I'm not good with people that complain. So when I see situations much like yourself, and someone says, "Oh, I can't do this because they're tired," let's just say that, or I can't, and here it is, we have a Yolanda that's fighting her best fight, and you're gonna say you can't do something, but yet you see Yolanda fighting. I mean, come on. I'm not good with empathy and people that complain and fuss, because there's individuals like you that fight a good fight and stand firm and still look out for others.
Yeah.
You know, that's rare, Yolanda. So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna blow my horn.
Thank
Blow
you.
my horn.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you said you have a poem for us?
Yes. I want to do manifestation for you guys.
Okay.
I always do that piece, even when I come to events. That's the piece I walk out with, because, you know, we go through this journey in life spiritually, and God tries to put us on a road that we pay attention to it, and no matter what we do, we try to go one way, and He's like, I didn't want you to go that way. I want you to go this way. And
Right.
that's all about manifesting everything that's coming about in your life, and what you want to do. I mean, even with Lyfe magazine and Gerald and seeing how you all, I love seeing people thrive. I do. And that's why I love helping people regardless. And I'm going to keep doing that until God takes me off the earth.
Amen.
That's my goal, you know. So let me do manifestation for you all, and then I'm going to have to leave you. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try
Okay.
for you.
You don't have to apologize.
Exactly.
All right. She got me crying, Tina.
I'm sorry, but I will make you cry.
I see. All right. Manifestation. You live your life with a purpose. So you journey trying to find who you are, and the outcome of every situation is a reflection of the person you are becoming spiritually. Manifestation. It all begins with your walk and your conversations with God. The way you see the world, by knowing that He who loves you will never forsake you. Your soul becomes entangled by temptations in life, and you realize you got to get it right. His word manifests within you. He writes it on the wall of your heart, and you undoubtedly know that He and you shall never be apart. His word manifests within you. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys.
Take your time, honey. Take your time.
His word
I would finish it for you, but I'm going to botch it up. I'm not a poet, and I know it.
He writes it on the wall of your heart, and you undoubtedly know that He and you should never be apart. So I'm gonna stop right there, guys. I'm so sorry. You guys keep walking, keep pushing forward. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. I am so sorry. I think the enemy. I've been in this in 5 days. I was like, I just can't. I gotta be there tonight, guys. And you can. Hopefully, I can send something for you all to see, but. Just be uplifted, be inspired, and be unbreakable regardless of what happens in life. Just keep pushing forward, you know, and encourage another person along the way. You got to do that.
And Yolanda, we appreciate you just giving the effort. We appreciate that. So you are present, you are here, you are aware, and you are alert. So we're grateful for that. And we're very grateful that you are here to just grace us with your presence. That alone. You could just sit there on that screen and look pretty and not say nothing. We'll be happy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know, so we are definitely going to continue to keep you in our prayers. And yeah, you good, girl. You good. You got that fight in you. You good at. And I like that chair you sitting in. So I might have to look for that. I like that chair.
Actually, that's my bed.
Really? I like that. I like that. Look, I'm nosy. I'm all in the background, just like Black folk, all in the background.
I couldn't get up. I was trying to get up, but I couldn't.
It looked nice.
I put on clothes, so that's good enough.
Well, we appreciate you, Yolanda. We definitely do.
Thank you so much.
So get you some rest. Okay.
Be blessed. Be blessed.
All right.
Yeah, that's what you call a authentic spirit. I love that, and I love seeing women like that.
Right.
Just gives you.
I tried to talk her out of coming on. You know, I was like, you don't have to do this. You know, I know you relapse and you just coming. You know, you sick and you don't have to do it.
Yeah. But that's that willpower.
Mm-hmm.
That willpower when you are determined and you don't do it. And the thing that's just getting me, she didn't do it for her. She did it for us. Right. In pain and everything. Right. Like
Yeah.
She gonna make me have a martini after this because I'm like,
You was gonna have a martini anyway, so
I know, but you had to go all. I mean, really.
yeah, I'm telling all your business. Yeah. Where's Will at?
Let's go to commercial because we got some bills to pay, and then I see my buddy is on, so she made it on. So
yeah, I see her.
So yeah, let's go to a commercial real quick, and then we finish our guess. I see Yolanda got me all botched.
All right.
All right. Whew. Now I know we were going to skip this part, but I think we should because because I want to give we have this segment, everyone, where we give our shout outs. And before we get to that, just everyone remember, go to Lyfe Radio and listen to the station because we now have a radio station as well. So you guys tune in and listen to some tunes, and we got Christmas music on there, all that stuff. But shout outs. So I'm actually gonna give a shout out to Yolanda because again, to see women like that, that's when you actually see the defined strength of a woman. Yeah. Like that's when that is like raw and in your face. Mm-hmm. Like that cannot be denied, that strength that we possess as women. If we can give life to a human, there's nothing that, one, we can't do, and two, that we can't fight through. And Yolanda was a walking, talking example of that for me. So I have to give my shout out to her because she did that thing.
She pushed through and came on, and like I said, I tried to talk her out of it before the show. She wasn't hearing it, and she still came on. I appreciate it so much.
That's huge. I love it.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and do your shout out because I wasn't gonna.
Well, I concur with that shout out. So I mean,
no, you need to have your own. You can't be piggyback. Like, no. Could you be your own person and just have your own?
Be unbreakable, then.
Oh, I know, right?
Which is Yolanda's company. So there.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, she is a great person. I love good women. I just love it. So. Okay, so you want to introduce our next guest?
Yeah, sure. The next is we have Paulette Jackson, who's the founder and CEO of SCORP Radio Network. Hope I said that right. the Jazz Zone Radio, and she hosts the Classic Soul Music Cafe, the Jazz Zone, and Center Stage internet radio shows. She's also a voiceover artist and a author. So let's welcome Paulette Jackson to the stage.
Hello, Miss Paulette.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having me on this evening. I truly appreciate it.
We appreciate it for you. Was Yolanda not like?
Listen,
girl, that's strength right there.
Yeah, and it's bringing tears to my eyes because to see someone who is battling that. Still willing to come on, even just for a little while, and not to promote anything, just because she wanted to do it for you all, and to share that poem with others, to try to motivate and inspire other people while she's going through.
Yeah,
prayers to her.
Absolutely.
To her. Absolutely.
I agree. So Miss Paulette, what you got going on? What you doing? What all this stuff that you doing? Well, tell me about it, girl. Tell me.
Okay, so wow, I don't even know where to begin actually. So my beginning started very, very early. And when I say early, I mean like preteen, that I've been in the music and entertainment industry and I've been around it. It's in my blood. My father was a singer, God rest his soul. My brother was a professional musician and composer, working with the OJs, Gene Carnes, so on and so forth. And he unfortunately passed away a few years ago as well. And so that all of that is instilled in me. And my mother was a dancer. So all of that is instilled in me. And it started at a very young age for me, singing first. And then going into writing song lyrics. Again, I was a preteen when I started that. And so I've been in and around the industry since that time. Even tried to do some modeling. Was signed with a modeling agency here. And fast forward to today, a few years ago, I started, even though my writing started as a lyricist, I got the gumption to go ahead and write my first book a few years ago. Okay. And that was the inspiration from that was, of course, my love and passion for music and the arts and all that. But a friend of mine had wrote a book. Then Sheila E., she had written her book, and I was fortunate enough to go to her book signing. So all of that kind of inspired me and said, you know what? Go ahead and write your book. Go ahead and write your first book. And so that's where that started, fast forward a few years ago. And then voiceover was my first business doing voiceover work. And then once I got into radio, though, once I started doing my show and then doing the stations, that was really my niche, was radio. In doing voiceovers and doing and working for other people, working with other people in their stations and all that kind of stuff. So I have a lot going on.
Yes.
That's only the tip of the iceberg. I have a lot going on. That's only the tip of the iceberg, really.
Yeah. So tell me about one thing that just popped out at me, a couple of things actually, but when you said voiceovers, I've always been like curious of how does one mentally get into that character? Because you're like in a booth, I'm assuming, correct? Yeah. And so how do you like mentally get there to do a character that one you can't see? I don't know, but
right. So most times I get a script or I write my own based upon what the client needs. And most times I'm auditioning and so they kind of give you direction on what they need and what they're looking for and what type of voice. And so I practice first. I look at the script, I look at the character or what is needed for that particular job. And so I practice and I practice and I practice. And of course, we're always our own worst critics. And,
that's true.
So
that's true.
I practice a lot and then I say, okay, this one sounds good. And then I do another one like, oh, no, that one sounds a little better. It's a little closer. So I'm always practicing even before I actually record the final piece for that client. So and voiceover is so much broader and involved than I ever imagined.
It really seems like it is.
It is. It's so much opportunity out there. And I just thought it was like radio or TV. It's so much more than that. It really is. Like the voice that you hear sometimes when you're walking through the airport, you hear this voice
yes.
I know that's voiceover.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Audio books, all that. There's so much involved. And it's about kind of, if you're in, I tell anybody, if you're interested at all in doing voiceover, of course you have to do your research, see what the best fit for you is and that kind of thing. If you want to go out on your own, if you want to go through a company or both, there's nothing wrong with stretching yourself and learning about voiceover, because I tell you, I learned so much just getting into classes when I started my initial class and then going to the master class. I was able to go to Burlington, Vermont for the master classes and to record my demo with the company that I ended up with. It was fantastic. And I learned so much and still learning.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, I think I would be a good voiceover for a sloth, like an excited sloth, because they real slow, but
right.
I can be like an excited sloth.
You don't want me to do that, do you?
Lord have mercy.
I think that would be so interesting as a character.
Yeah,
Where's Will?
It's a lot. Video games is so broad. Video games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
So
it's fun.
Oh, go ahead, Gerald. You have a question.
So it's just like really, it's like a form of acting, right?
It is. Voice acting. It really is. You don't see the person's face. It's all voice, and and you're acting. You're acting. You're going into a character.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, for radio though, even though I'm using my voice, I'm still using a different type of tone, a different type of voice, even for radio. And a lot of people say that when they hear me, they may hear me on somebody else's radio station, or they may hear me do a tag, they may hear me do a commercial. It's like, that doesn't sound like you. It does and it doesn't. Because again, I'm using, like, this is my speaking voice. I'm talking to you guys. We're just having a conversation, but my radio voice, my commercial voice, when I'm doing that, it's my voice, but a little bit elevated, a little bit animated, if you will. So, and I try not to sound scripted, and that's which is very important when you're doing any type of voiceover. Is not, and I really had to learn that. So let me be clear on that. Let me be transparent. I had to learn that as I went along, not to sound so scripted. You can kind of veer away from the script,
right?
Too much away from what you're actually speaking on, what you're promoting, or so on and so forth. And
it's so true because I come from radio as well, and when you are on air, it's like you are this personality.
Yes.
So you're this character. So it's like, yeah, I definitely understand.
Absolutely.
I really like the sloth thing. I really like that. I'm sticking with that. Somebody gonna write me a script for that.
Yeah, okay. Keep waiting on that. Yeah. So what's all these different things that you're hosting? Yeah.
Well, my first show, and to be honest, I never really thought about getting into radio. And even when I was in high school, a couple of my friends said, you should really think about going to broadcasting school and get into radio because of your voice. And I was like, I thought about it. I did. And I looked into it, but I was like, my thing at that time was really music and fashion. And as shy as I was, I really wanted to.
Ain't shy no more.
And when I tell people that, they're like, yeah, okay, you're shy.
They like, nah, yeah.
Right, okay.
In another life, right?
I really was. And the first, I auditioned for, they had auditions here in Cleveland years back. I think I was in my late 20s. And they had auditions for Motown Records. Wow. And I fought tooth and nail. I was going back and forth. Excuse me, guys. I got back and forth, like whether I was going to really do this. And like people were like, my family was like, you need to do it. Take a deep breath. Just go out and do it. You know, because you'll regret later if you don't take the chance. So I did.
Right.
And so music was always my first love first. But I have right now. I have, as a published author, I have 3 books. Well, actually, technically 4 books that are published. One of my books was published twice through a different publishing company that I'm with now. And we released it as a second edition, and that's The Music in Me, which was my very first book. So I re-released it, new cover, do some edits on the inside, to it and all that. And it's a second edition book. So the current book right now is my testimony. That came out in January of 2021. And my next book, I am slated to release, I'm hoping by spring of 2024, probably a little bit before. It was delayed. I was hoping to get it done this year, but it was delayed. But I'm definitely going to release it next year. And then book number 5.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
You better hurry up and start writing, Gerald.
They're already done. They're already done. I wrote 3 books during the pandemic, and I had no gumption of doing that at all. But I wrote 3 books during the pandemic, and one is released right now, my testimony, and the other 2 2024, 2025.
That's awesome. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
The shows
I can't get started with book 1.
Just do it. Just start writing. I tell everybody, just start writing. When the inspiration comes to you, just start writing. Just start writing.
Tina's not the sit still and write kind of person.
Tina not the sit still kind of person. I need to stay put.
Yeah.
You may need a ghostwriter. You may need a ghostwriter.
I do. I didn't know those were still around, but I definitely. Yes, you're right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And some people do. They just like, I'll just get a ghostwriter to do it, But I wrote all my books. Yeah, I did it myself.
Yeah. I couldn't use a ghostwriter.
But believe me, it took some time for each book. It really took some time, like maybe 6 months to a year or more for each book for me to finish, because I had to stop. I started, that kind of thing. So yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, it takes some time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't use ghostwriters. I can't imagine a ghostwriter getting in my head. Pulling out what
I need somebody to pull some of this out of my head. Shoot.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to tell my own story.
Right.
That's good though. That's really good.
And actually, I went with self-publishing versus traditional publishing. And I did a panel earlier this year on that as well. I was part of a panel on that. And the pros and cons of self-publishing.
Right.
And for me, there really weren't any cons. Because I wanted to tell my own story. I wanted to have 100% of creative control and 100% rights to my works.
Right.
And so for me, it was a no-brainer. But people are, they have different journeys and they want to do different things. And some people may need that traditional publishing piece. But yeah, no, I did. I weighed both. I really did before I made the decision to self-publish.
Okay.
Miss Paulette.
Paulette's been very supportive of us too since she was in the 2023 Change Makers issue. So
go out
and buy that issue.
Can I just say really quickly that being featured like that was completely, it blew me away. It was so beautifully done, and I truly appreciate it. I gave the copy that I had to my aunt. And she absolutely loved it. She said she was very proud of me. So I want to give that to her. Yeah, I want to give that to her. So I have to get another copy. Copy for myself. Yeah, absolutely. I have to get another copy for myself. But I wanted her to have that.
That's so awesome. Yeah,
that particular issue was it sold like a lot of. I keep selling out of it. Like I think I sold out
really
2 times, 2 or 3 times.
Wow. Yeah, I have to get my copy. I have to get another copy. It was beautifully done. It was really beautifully done. The whole
thank you.
issue was beautifully done. It really was. And I truly appreciate it. I really did.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, it's we thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely. And thank you for your patience as well.
Oh, please. It's all good. It's all good.
I appreciate that.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine, guys. And I just appreciate coming on and just kind of telling part of my journey with everybody, and hopefully part of what I do and what I've done and what I'm going to do will inspire other people coming up and maybe thinking about starting a business, writing, starting a station or starting a show or whatever it is in that creative space. That my story, because I'm going into public speaking as well. That's the next phase of all of this. So I want
you have the voice for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I really want to get into public speaking and motivational.
I can see that.
Yeah, I really do. And so I hope my books and everything that I've done, everything that I've shared, my video series that I do, I'll do a video series too. I'll tell you guys that.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, we're running out of paper because we can't write anything else down that you do.
Just look at my bio.
Okay.
But,
Go ahead.
The bottom line, I just hope that I inspire and motivate. While I'm still inspiring and motivate myself, that I inspire and motivate others to live out their dreams.
Absolutely. So if someone wants to reach you or want to grab one of your 99 books, I mean, where do they go? Tell us.
Okay, so I'm all over social media. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. My author page is on Facebook as well. It's author Paulette C. Jackson. And my website is www.authorpaulettecjackson.com. You'll find my books there. You'll find ways to contact me there. I am on Instagram. I still call it Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I am on, again, LinkedIn and all over Facebook. My personal page, my business pages, the station's pages are on there as well, that I promote, artists and so on and so forth. So everything is out on social media, you guys.
All right. Awesome. I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Entrepreneur. I love it. And everyone that's listening and watching, we also put it there in the chat so you can kind of see that. So they know where to locate you and stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, happy holidays.
So happy holidays.
Yes.
To you and all of your viewers.
Yeah,
thank you.
Stay warm in Ohio.
Yes. I'm coming to Florida.
All right.
Florida cold. I don't care what nobody say.
Florida.
I know. Florida ain't cold. Yeah. All right. Have a good evening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you there. Florida is cold, Joe, man.
Florida ain't cold. That's all in y'all heads. All y'all Floridians down there talking about, oh, it's cold. I asked what the temperature is. 65? What? 65.
Yeah, that's cold. It's been cold lately though, so this is true. So you want to go to our next commercial and then I'll introduce our next fabulous guest.
But we got a slight change. We got the poetry corner tonight.
Oh, okay, that one.
All right,
go for it.
So the poetry corner this week is a young lady that I happened to meet this week or last week, one of the two. This week it was Samantha Huddleston. She calls herself the Vault of V. And she has this spoken word for us.
Okay.
And this one is called At Lucifer. Shut up! You know what? You a punk. You a weirdo. Stupid. Goofy. Lame. Cause you're trying to confuse me since you're losing. A lost dame. You sought me. Arrows aim. And I see him. Throwing shade? Oh no, you salty, because my father reigns, and you want to be him. But you could never. You don't even know how to properly keep those you've tethered, you entice, and allure us sinking deeper in sin just to pleasantly watch us fall, then abandon us at the end. Hey, don't be bitter, because the only authority you have is to slither through footholds and other crevices left open. It ain't my fault you got greedy and wanted to be the one I put my hope in. Nah, walking with you, broken, following quote-unquote dope trends. This cycle you've got me roped in breaks me more each day. I'm choking on pain-filled tears that leave me unspoken. This dance we do is in like slow motion. We whimsically waltz down the slippery slope, and I read the wider the gate, the more destruction of this beautiful soul that shouldn't want just anyone to hold reminiscing on when we danced. My steps, they felt stolen. But I was still enjoying the inebriant escape. We outside, time to tote 10 shots of that Royal Brown was how we coped in. I continuously allowed your thievery to take a toll in my heart till I was done drowning in your empty ocean that leads to a trench, a seabed of spiritual corrosion. But walking with God, I'm broken. Only difference is I'm chosen, meticulously made with heavenly cells that are interwoven. The way he formed me is marvelous. It is well known, and the masterpiece that is me no longer competes with those. I'm scrolling through the valley. He is still with me. My helper leads me to where I'm going. When I'm heavy laden, he says, come to me. My burden is light. Easy is my yoke, friend. He even helps me navigate my vacillate emotion. So it don't matter, good or bad day, I'm still floating on grace, peace, and mercy. My pockets full, they swollen. See, I'm juiced because I know my king is soon returning. I talk to him daily. He said, you don't want this smoke, and now you messed up because with me, he don't play. He don't joke. Generations will be influenced by his power at work in my life. That's what he spoke, and you wanted that crash to be my end, but God said semicolon. Like I said before, you a punk. You a weirdo. Stupid. Goofy. Lame. You're not gonna confuse me because you losing. And all this shame that you've tried to consume me with, I'm choosing to play the game. Run the race for my God, for my blueprint. Thank you.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah. I like seeing someone, as young as she is.
Yes.
Out there,
I like that.
Spreading the word and motivating people with God. I think I saw that. I was like, oh man, this is good right here.
Yeah, and she was very creative with it as far as the word, the word language and using like words that pretty much young folk would, get, with simply saying stupid, ugly. Like, unfortunately, it's relatable for young folk.
Right. And then, if you want to know more about Samantha Huddleston,
yes,
pick up that winter 2024 issue because she is going to be in that magazine. So.
Yes, that was really good, Gerald. I'm proud of you. Okay, you did a good job.
Well, the next person, I didn't actually recruit that person. You recruited that person. So tell us about her.
Oh my goodness. Well, I had the opportunity of interviewing this young lady for our spring issue, I believe it was. And many of you may know her as Peaches. But I know her as Rama Montakhabi, and hopefully I said that right. I think I did. But when I interviewed this young lady, one thing that just stood out was her authenticity, and I just kind of made it my purpose, not even purpose, but just always have that desire to follow her, see what she's doing, how she's doing, and what she's in, because she's been featured in independent films, featured in many films. She did Lifetime shows, and of course, many people know BMF. So, and she plays that role, Peaches. But she's just a great woman, and I just love meeting great women. So enough about me bragging about her, because I just think she's just a great person overall. But you guys will find out. So.
Hi.
Every time you get that high pitch, we can't hear you. Hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. And what an amazing introduction. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, because I think I told you when I interviewed you back then, was that you were just so authentic. You was just so relatable. And I just love, and I just became a big fan of yours from then. And I was like, I'm going to follow her and just make sure. I want to see what she's doing. And we can always just kind of catch up and see what you've been up to.
Thank you.
I know you've been keeping it tight and right. So she work out. Tell us about yourself. What's going on now, Rama?
Yeah, I mean, I did just hike today earlier. That's why,
I ain't hiking up anybody's heels.
But yeah, California, the weather just kind of permits you to be able to be a little bit more outdoors with it and, explore and do other things. Hold on.
Oh, rub it in, okay? Rub it in.
Hold on. Hold on, I don't know what's going. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so I am, coming off the strike. We did just go through like a little bit of a break.
The writer's strike, right?
Right. Anything to do, and we couldn't interview, we couldn't do red carpets, we couldn't do really anything. But so thankfully that's almost over, pretty much over. And I did. I'll be filming a new film in Atlanta in January, so that's exciting to start.
Okay, good.
Running, and I have another film that I'm going to DC for this weekend. Actually, there's a screening. It's called Bye for Now. I can't say which network it's going to be on.
I was about to ask witness.
I will keep you posted for sure.
You did.
It'll be my first time seeing the film on Saturday too, so I'm excited.
Oh, that's exciting. That's cool.
Yeah.
So tell everyone, like, how you got into acting, and like, was this your focus, your main drive? Like, how did you get here?
Well, I've always wanted to be an actress my whole life. It's kind of just been something that it's been a passion of mine. And, life happens, and, it requires you to have kind of like a side hustle getting started, or you have to have some sort of income because acting in the beginning isn't really paying the bills. So, I, got my real estate license and did all that, and kind of, wasn't really taking classes, but I just hit the ground running. I started doing the casting networks and submitting myself for all the castings. And, it just, you got to put the footwork in, and nobody's going to go as hard for you as you can go for yourself, like I said before, but that has still proven to be the case. And your network being people just word of mouth. Like I also filmed a film this past year, and it was out on Tubi. You can watch it. It's called Picture Me Dead. It was directed by Chris Stokes. Marcus Houston was one of the writers, and Erica Mena is playing my sister on that movie. So it's actually a really good movie. But yeah, so it's like all of these opportunities came about from the people that I know, and networking and word of mouth. I still, don't.
Yeah. So, and this is one of the things that I remember from our interview prior, is that how you said, you just hustle, how to hustle. So, and you actually like got roles just from networking and connecting. And like tell people that story, because I think that's so awesome, because many people don't believe in like networking, and actually it can work for you.
No, absolutely. Like, just the relationships that you build with people. And since coming out to LA and being out here, I've just been blessed to find a great group of friends that I have out here. And one of them just so happens to be my entertainment lawyer as well. She became my entertainment lawyer, but she introduced me, Sabria Dublin, shout out to her. She's amazing. Great entertainment lawyer. And so she, introduced me to Randy Huggins. And, basically I was presented the opportunity, versus having to go through an agent. I was like, I don't want you guys to hand me anything. I just want the opportunity to be able to prove myself. So I was given the opportunity to audition, and, the rest is history for BNR.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you were at a barbecue. Like it was.
No, I was at the, his house the whole first season. So he would have backyard watch parties.
There you go. Right.
I'm friends with all of them. So it was kind of like, it was great. And that's why I'm watching the first season like, oh man, I want to be on the second season. Like I got to be on the second season.
Yeah.
So just like she was talking about manifestation, I was watching and I'm like, yes, manifestation is real. Like
that's true.
You literally put your mind to something and speak it into the universe, and it will and can come true. You just really have to just believe in it and go for it.
That's true.
To lose and everything to gain.
I definitely agree with that. I always say people that you see with your mind first and then with your eyes, but you got to see it here first.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's the truth. Go ahead, Gerald. You have a question?
Well, I was gonna. The first thing that caught me in your bio was that your parents came to America only 2 months before you were born, so that must have been strain on your family, right? And
Yeah,
come
well,
over to Virginia.
it was
You right there.
strategic, actually. My dad was a very smart guy, God bless his soul. But he, he had escaped Iran as a refugee and took my mom and my sister to Germany. And they were in Germany for about a year before, my mom actually got pregnant. I was conceived in Germany. And then my dad was like, well, this is our opportunity. Like, we need to get to America before this baby is born so that she's born in America and we all gain naturalization and she's born a citizen. So that's what they did. My mom, they got right on time, basically October they came and I was born in December. So my birthday is
December. Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, wait, your birthday is when?
the 22nd.
Oh, mine is November 22nd.
Ooh, okay, Deuce.
Yes.
That's next week.
Almost birthday.
I love that. Happy belated.
Yes, and I had a fabulous time.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so that's a good story. He got here 2 months before you were born, and then you rise up and you manifest, and using that word,
Right.
you manifest what you want, and you went out and got it. Because I think your first few bookings were all you went out there and you didn't get an agent or anything, right? You did it yourself.
I still don't have a main agent right now. I mean, I got a commercial agent over the strike, but I've still been hustling and getting all of these roles on my own, and again through word of mouth, and
that's real.
My network.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Super thankful, super blessed. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yeah,
God.
and I know that's a challenge in itself because you have to constantly be out there and present. Because people have to see you. They have to know that you're still there. So outside of acting and everything, like what other entities you kind of like absorbing yourself into? I know you do the workout thing. Like, what are some of the other things?
Yes. So I was a real estate agent when I first got out here. So I feel like that kind of held me over for, for as long as it was. And then the last 2 years, thankfully, acting has really held it all together for me. And it wasn't up until this strike that I realized I have put all my eggs in one basket at this point, and I'm such a hustler where I usually have multiple streams of income. So this strike was like wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. So I gotta go back to my hustles and
right. Like what is happening?
Yeah, it was definitely an eye opener. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit hard, but thankfully, God is good, and if you don't stress and just know that it's always coming and that you're gonna figure it out, and God will always make a way. But yeah, it's been hard, and I'm thankful to be getting back on the working train. So.
So that's interesting that when you were stating that, when the writers strike started, that they didn't they shut down everything, literally, and it didn't really click until you said you couldn't do red carpets, you couldn't do
Yeah, that was the writer's strike was a little different because they started that earlier. So we were still able to do red carpets and premieres and things like that with the writers, even though it was kind of it was looked down upon because, we still are going for our writers as well, giving them all of our support. But at the same time, we were still able to do those things. But where it came to be the SAG strike as well.
That's right.
Yeah, it directly affected us actors because we were no longer even given the opportunities. Nobody's even throwing, red carpets, or if it was more of just an event that we're just celebrating something together. You couldn't really post about it. We couldn't talk about anything.
Wow.
Gathering to celebrate whatever it was, instead of it being a main private public.
Oh, Ooh, man. Yeah, that's a reality check for your tail. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 118 days, I believe it went on for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. So do you have any more BMF Peaches? Is she going to make another appearance? Tell me about Peaches. What's coming back? Is she coming back?
Well, I can't say too much, but season 3 comes out on March 1st. So stay tuned.
You were actually really good, and I must say this. I'm probably guilty or wrong for saying this, but I really was not a fan of the show. until I interviewed you, and it forced me to watch it. And then, like, okay, so this is what everyone is talking about.
It's a good show, very well written. It keeps you on your
really
toes.
Good, really good. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I like Peaches. I was like, girlfriend. But you did it. It's definitely a great series. It really is. It really is.
Thank you so much. Big shout out to Randy Huggins and all the writers and everybody who's a part of that whole, 50 and giving us all these opportunities. It's
yes, which is definitely great because it's, everyone needs an opportunity, just give them the opportunity and you'd be amazed at what they can do. Sometimes they'll shock themselves.
Have you ever thought about writing your own movie?
Actually, yes. I wrote it out. So I wrote the story. It's about something that happened to me when I was 17. It's a great story. I've already written it out, and I learned from a friend over the strike how to put it into script form. So I've got like 75% of it done, and it works too. I definitely have always been like a really good writer, and I'm creative, and like I paint as well. I think we spoke about that last.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because I was going to bring up the painting and also how you give back to your community, because those were two things again that just struck me with you, and they just stayed with me. Because that makes you relatable, that makes you just real. And I love that. So you can finish that because I was going to bring those two things up.
But 2024 as well, I'll be starting my nonprofit organization that's going to be helping kids in the, local youth that are troubled and things like that. So that's like kind of what I want to cater towards in my nonprofit. But back to what were we talking about before?
About your painting, how you enjoy painting. And it's like, well, go ahead. I'll let you say.
Painting for me was therapy. After I lost both of my parents, I feel like it gave me like time to just sit there in my own thoughts, and I would put my, everything out onto the canvas, and I couldn't believe how amazing my paintings really were. And I was like, wow, you're onto something here. So I kept going with it, and my it's something that I'm tapping more into as well. So hopefully next year I'll be in Art Basel.
That's amazing. I just interviewed somebody for the winter issue of the magazine that does that very same thing. She teaches classes where people can express whatever it is they're going through paint.
Yeah.
And she talks about how the layers, you put the initial layer on there of what you're going through, and you just keep adding to it as you're going through the storm.
Yeah.
And then you have this wonderful painting at the end.
Literally, I don't know how long you sit in a class for, probably like an hour or so, but I'll sit there at home for 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
5-6 hours at times, just whether it's at night, I'm just relaxing with a glass of wine, or if I'm smoking,
Yeah.
I'm in Cali. It's legal out here.
I know. Your little pass, I know.
You just go into your zone, and you just don't want to stop because you're like, oh no, let me wait for this and do this. I mean, I'll take a break here and there just to let something dry, or
right.
You go back in and cover it with white, but it's fun.
Yeah, they say painting is actually a really good, is therapeutic.
It is.
I've heard that so many times. Yeah.
So
So Rama, if everyone wants to kind of catch up and keep a tab on where you're going, what you're doing, and how could they find you?
I am on all social media platforms under
She sure is.
RAMAJOON. So you can just follow me there. I usually post about anything that's going on or whatever I have coming out. So
yes. Well, I appreciate you, and I'm so glad that we keep connecting, because girl, I just want to push all these blessings towards you, because I really feel like you deserve it. Really do.
So much. You're such
really do. I love to see women just pushing and hustling, and anything I can do to help, I'm count me in.
God
So,
bless you, sister. I love it. Happy
Yeah.
Thank you
holidays.
for being on tonight. So
Yes.
taking
And
time out of your schedule.
Hey.
All the blessings. All the blessings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Rama.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, Gerald.
All
Nice
right.
talking to you too.
Nice talking to
Guys,
you.
have a great evening.
All
You
right.
too.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
She's so cool. I just adore her.
Well,
She's such a
this
chick.
was over already.
That was fast.
No.
Was it an hour already, or are we over?
We're over. We're done.
Dang, I don't want to say goodbye. I had such a great time. It's like you ain't got to go, but you got to get up out of here.
You said it. I didn't.
Well, I mean, real quick, you want to tell everyone what we have next week? Well, I kind of.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, next week is
That was
remember it's not 2 weeks before the next show. It's next week. So it's December
Yes.
20th at 6:30 is the next show, and we will have 3 young people on the show. It's December 20th, 5 days before Christmas. So let's have the kids on to talk
Let's
about
talk to the childrens.
about what they're doing in the entrepreneurial space. So we got an author, we got a musician, and musician / singer and producer.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a young man who's out there selling, his goods his goods. He's out there.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur. Yep, that's exactly what he is.
I love it.
So,
You got to start
17
young.
years old. He's got his own business.
Yep, 17.
17.
I was making baby bottles.
I was running the streets at 17.
So they on a good track.
They're on a better track than I was. Yeah.
Me too.
So
hats off to them.
3 kids. We'll
That's
be
cool.
talking to 3 of them next week. So
This is awesome. So I'm excited.
yeah. I always,
and
always like to see the young people doing good things,
doing great things. That's true.
like Samantha. When I saw her doing that, I was like, oh wow.
I know that was. She definitely. We have to have her on.
Yeah.
Like, if we can get her on the show, we have to get her on. I like. Yeah, she did good. She was good. So
I'm sure we can make that happen. I know her aunt. So.
I know you're like Mr. Oz from like the Wizard of Oz. So you can make it happen. Okay, let's try and say good night to everyone. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us again. Tune into the radio show, Lyfe Radio. Please, we could use your support in that. And again, tune into next week's show as well. And we have our issue coming out January
15th.
There we go. So we have a new issue of the magazine.
And who's on the cover?
Oh my goodness. Wait till you guys see the cover. Ooh, baby. What is it? Lorette
Brown.
Because I always pronounce the name wrong. So I wanted you to say it.
Lorette Brown Clock is going.
There you go. And let me tell you guys, read this article. Me and Gerald interviewed her. Hands down, the best. Absolutely the best.
When
you're gonna fall in love with her.
Emotions and tears, and laughter, and she was a great interview. You would never think somebody out there in the limelight and stuff. She just seemed like a down home friend that we haven't seen in a while.
Yes. I mean, we were talking about Bazooka Gum. Remember Bazooka Gum from back in the days? We were talking like that, like we known each other for like years, So we had such a great time interviewing her. And again, to get that issue in January and read that article is absolutely a blessing. All that is entailed in that article. It definitely, and it's going to bless someone.
There you go.
I guarantee that. So yeah. So okay, I'm tired of talking.
All right. Well, have a good evening, everyone.
All right. Now it's time to say goodbye. See you real soon.